I just realized I didn't have my mic on. So thanks for hanging around. All right, so we are in our easy seat, just connecting with our breath, feeling the expansion of the breath in the body as we breathe in, and the soft surrender on the exhales. Check in with your mind, notice how it feels. Remember, there are no judgments or expectations. And check in with your heart. Good. And now choose, checking in with your mind and your heart. Notice what you would like to manifest more of in your life, your intention for your practice today. And create a little present tense intentional statement that begins with I am or I feel. Create your own little mantra to keep your mind anchored and to come back to through your practice. Sometimes a simple mantra, I am present, can be a great intention. It really goes a long way in helping us to reconnect mind, body, spirit, and breath. All right, from here, inhale, sit a little taller. Exhale, roll chin or lower chin toward chest. Let the head hang as the shoulders stay down the back. Slowly inhale the head back up. Exhale, right ear toward right shoulder. Left arm extends or wraps around behind you, maybe just turning the palm down and tuck the fingers right under the sitting bones or the tailbone. And take a moment to be curious and let the head move side to side, up and down. Find your place that needs to be released and linger here with your breath. 3 more breaths. Then we'll slowly inhale, head back to center. Bring it up. Release your arm. Take your pause here and just let the body be. And as you are in this being moment, notice right side and left sides of neck. You may feel that the one side has lengthened, has more space. And then switch the leg you have in front. Inhale, tall. And you may need a little prop here. So for me, I do need a little support when I switch the legs. So just honor your body. Remember, that's what this is all about, is honoring you and your body. And then we'll exhale, move your left ear towards your left shoulder, and your right arm can extend or wrap around behind, maybe turn down and tuck. Be curious here, maybe shift a little side to side, up and down. Find your spot and linger. Breathe. Each inhale brings in breath to open up spaces, creates expansion. Each exhale, we soften into those spaces and surrender our minds, our hearts, our spirit, our body. And then we will slowly roll the chin toward the chest. Inhale the head back up. Release the arm back to the front. Shrug the shoulders up as you breathe in and roll them back and down. Circle around. Other direction. Very nice. Give them a nice little wiggle. And inhale, arms overhead. Rotate to your left. Lower the arms. No tugging or pulling here. Just place the hands, guide the shoulder back, and let your chin follow your left shoulder. Inhale, forward, lift up. Exhale to your other side. Lower the arms. No pulling or tugging. Shoulder back and down. Chin follows shoulder. And then we will inhale forward, lift up. On your exhale, pull the elbows wide, open up chest, extend out through your elbows so you're opening through the front of your shoulders. Inhale, push into the sitting bones, reach the arms all the way up. Navel to spine, pelvic floor lifts, elbows extend out, spine extends. Inhale, reach up. So quick demo here. If you need to take this moment, bring a chin between your chin and chest. This you keep even as you extend. So you're not lifting the chin and crunching the low back neck, the back of the neck. So you're here and you're here. So that you see that chin does not lift. Keep it in line. So you pull the neck and the head back as you extend. Inhale, exhale. Okay, so coming back to the front to be with you all, we will add lion's breath to this. If you'd like to join in, lion's breath is a great reset for the nervous system. And so what we do is on the exhale, we lift the gaze like we're looking overhead. We stick out the tongue as far as we can, and we let that exhale come through that open mouth in a little vocal sound. You might call it a roar if you'd like to. Call it whatever you want, but it is a vocalized exhalation. Whew, finding my words. All right, so inhale, exhale. Two more. One more. Inhale up. And hands meet a little wiggle side to side as you exhale your hands down and find any fun movement that feels good for you. All right. Now we will make our way to hands and knees. Feel free to bring your blocks with you. You will not need anything to sit on for a bit. And if you are using the blocks, they come right under the hands. Whether you're on the blocks or on your hands on the mat, spread your fingers wide. pardon me, anchor into the base of thumbs, index, and pinkies, and into the outer corners. These 4 points engage the muscles that protect you all the way into your shoulders, and a little engagement in the fingertips. Okay, so we don't want a big bubble, any lift through the palm, and especially right in this space between thumb and index. Really, really important to help protect your shoulders. All right. So using the blocks will elevate your shoulders, give them a little more space, make them a little more comfortable, especially if you had some injuries or anything, limitations. And then we want the wrist either under the shoulders or slightly forward. Hips are over the knees. We're going to exhale, round out the spine, lift the center of the spine up toward the ceiling. And as you do, your tailbone and crown release toward the ground. On an inhale, roll from the tailbone through your spine, belly releases down, and the elbows slightly soften in this transition. And then as the heart space opens forward, then we lengthen our elbows again. We're pulling the head back, not lifting the chin. We're keeping the long neck. And then we will exhale, roll into our cat pose as we lift our spine up, release tailbone and crown. Exhale, roll from tailbone through crown, finding full extension, even through the neck, keeping the chin that fist distance. It might be a little bit more, but you're not angling up, right? So pay attention to the back of the neck. Keep it nice and long. Here we go. 3 more. Exhale and inhale. Exhale. Letting the elbows soften and re-extend in your transitions. Last one, moving from cat into cow and back to a neutral spine, flat back. Take a moment here. And then it's really important that we keep our lungs clear. So on an exhale, you're lowering to your forearms. You keep the hips high over the knees. Feel free to grab any prop you might need and slide it in under your forearms. When I move from class to class, back to back, sometimes I don't get everything picked up. So I may still have a book out or a prop out that we don't need for this class. Don't worry about it. Just follow along as I guide you. If it's available, bring your forehead down to your mat. If it is not, then feel free to grab a prop that gives you the, brings the floor up to you in the way you need. But hips are high over the knees. And you're able to keep the elbows bent or let the arms fully extend. This takes more weight in stretch into the shoulders, so be mindful how it feels for your body. Palms are down to give you a place to anchor. So we do not want to overstretch the shoulders. We're not trying to create injury here. We will always want to honor our bodies and be safe. Feel the low belly and the pelvic floor engage here. 3 more slow, deep breaths in and out. Focus on the back of your lungs, creating that energy movement and the release of things we do not need. And that might be grief, it might be sadness, it might be congestion, toxins, whatever it is. Just let it go with each exhale. Even if you're unable to identify it, just give yourself permission to release. And then bond is engaged. That means lift up pelvic floor and belly. Keep the neck long. Inhale to your arms, to your hands. Bring the hands in under the shoulders. Take your moment here. All right. Right foot will step forward. Great time to use your blocks. Bring the floor up to you. This keeps your body safe. And we'll start with that foot, the knee and the heel stacked. And then we'll inhale, ease our hips forward. So now we have the knee beyond the ankle and more over the toes. Exhale to ease the hips back to lengthen the right leg. And you can move your arms through this. You don't have to leave them in one place. Inhale, slide forward. Exhale, ease back. So we're flossing the sciatic joint here, which can get a little sticky and make us uncomfortable with radiating pain can travel down the outer leg when that sciatic nerve gets caught up in the joint. And this little floss will help. All right. So next time you slide back, stay there. And as you stay there, let the right leg extend a little further away. Lengthen the spine so we don't want to round. We don't want to draw the shoulders up. Ease them back down. Take a little movement through the ankle. Lift and lower through the foot. And then toes down. Extend the spine. Maybe exhale over leg. You can stay on your blocks. You might lower them to a different setting. You might come to your hands or to your fist. If you're on your fist, check in with the wrist. Make sure it stays straight. You don't want it to be bent. You want to be straight through the wrist. But if your palms are down, then again, anchor into the corners of the hands with fingers spread. Last 3 breaths. Maybe you melt all the way over, guiding the nose closer to the knee. Imagine the right hip crease eases further back. Just a subtle shift to bring more space. Next inhale, make sure you're using bandhas. Lengthen the spine away from the floor, or from your leg. And then we'll ease the foot in again so the knee and the heel are aligned. And we will inhale our hips forward, lengthen the left leg. So as we lengthen the left leg, we want to have that release into the front of the hip, shoulders down, spine long, neck long. And if this is uncomfortable here, you can always bring the right arm in and walk that right foot out. So it looks like this. Gives you a little more room for the abdomen. If you're an expectant mother, then that might be nice. Or maybe you just want a deeper hip opener. You can go ahead and turn the toes out into that 45-degree angle and move the arm inside the leg. All right, long spine here, 3 more breaths. If the shoulders are by the ears, press into the hands to lengthen the shoulders down, pull them down and in. Very good. Use bandhas. Ease the hips back. Bring the leg back in line with the hip if it is not there. And then we'll bring the right knee underneath. As you're ready, left foot steps forward. Align the knee and the heel. And then we'll go into our floss. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Just taking your breath and taking your time to floss in and out of the hip. Next time you slide back, stay there. Lengthen the leg a little further out. Take your movement in your ankle. And then plant the foot. Press down into the ball of the foot, especially under the large toe. Inhale to extend. So this is giving us a nice stretch through the front of the ankle, as well as some into the calf and the hamstring on the back of the leg. Use your next exhale to extend over. It can be any amount. You can use your blocks or not. If you're on your hands, anchor into the corners. And maybe all the way over the leg. Draw the hip back. Two more breaths. Slowly inhale up. And use bandhas with you in transition. Bring the heel and the knee over one another, or knee over the heel, and then ease the hips forward. So from here, you make sure your heel, this front heel is down, and you're finding as much length in the front of your right hip as possible. Shoulders down, long neck. Couple of more breaths. And remember, you have that option that you could have taken the leg out wide. So if you want to, go ahead and go there. If you haven't, we'll just take about 5 more breaths instead of a couple of more breaths. And you can explore and notice the difference in how your body feels and responds with the leg directly in line with the hip and when you turn the knee and the toe out, bringing the arm inside the leg. All different dynamics. All right. Lift up pelvic floor, scoop up belly, keep the neck long as you exhale the hips back and bring the knee underneath you. From here, we're going to tuck our toes, moving into a little toe squat. Bring the blocks with you as needed. So it's better to have them and not need them than to need them and have to go find them, but either way. So this might be your toe squat. You might choose to stay right here. This might be more than enough sensation in your toes and in your the soles of your feet. But if you can take a little more, start to ease the hips back, bringing the hips closer to the heels. Maybe you bring your blocks a little higher so that you can bring more body weight up over your heels. And you can use the blocks to help you press into to get that extension and maybe keep this more comfortable in your knees so you don't have as much compression, much weight into the knees. As needed, or as you're able, release the hands from the props. Maybe they rest on your thighs, or maybe hands meet at heart. Check the heels. They might start to turn out. So try to keep them directly under your hips. Ease your body forward at any point in time that you need that to release. We're still using the bandhas. And for the greatest challenge, reach the arms away or overhead. Last 3 breaths. Release any resistance. Let the body soften as you exhale. On an exhale, hands come to heart. If they're in the air, use your bandhas as you ease your body forward. As you bring the body weight forward, untuck your toes. Let the tops of your feet hit the floor. All right. And we are going to make our way into a standing lunge. So from here, step your right foot forward. Use your bandhas. Plant that right foot, knee over heel, not over toes for this. Tuck your left toes, lift the left knee. Good. Keep the right knee bent, bend in that left knee. Inhale, body up. Hands can come to the thighs. Set the left heel as you're ready. Left toes are turned out. And bring the body upright. I just realized I'm cutting off my head here. That might be a little better. All right, hips are forward, so we're not opening to your left. Keep them forward. Lift up pelvic floor, scoop up the belly. Draw the shoulders down your back. Hug them in. Stay grounded into the feet. So from here, think about pressing into the ball of the foot right at the base of the large toe and at the base of the pinky toe. That's on both feet. Both heels are firmly planted right in the center. And then check in. Make sure you're anchored into the outer edges of your feet. Good. Back of the head and neck are long, so you can check that with chin, hand, and chest alignments. So no big gaps there. And then hands meet at heart. So we're getting a deeper release into the front of the left hip, building strength in the right thigh, the glutes, core is working here. Slow, deep breaths. Notice the body might sway or wobble. Just realign using the abs to help you. Very nice. All right, next inhale, straighten your front knee. On an exhale, extend over the leg any amount. So it might just be partially. Long spine here. We're not rounding through the back. We're keeping the spine long. This motion is coming from our hip creases. And then maybe we exhale to hands over thigh or down the leg somewhere. No pressure into the knee. So never put the hands on the knee to press. And then you might even bring fingertips to the floor or onto blocks or hands onto blocks. Or if you want, you can even bring hands to floor, or you can hold the back of your calf. And you can stay in this flat back or exhale if the body allows, all the way nose to knee. Slow, steady breaths. Great space between the jaws, soften through the mouth and across the face. Stay fully planted in your feet. Anchor them down. Set your roots. 3 more breaths. Then we'll slowly inhale, flat back if we're not there. And we are going to turn to your left. So walk the hands inside the right leg. Turn the left toes in. Left toes should be slightly in already. You can stay here in this flat back. You can use your blocks, or you can exhale to melt over. Maybe your arms rest on your blocks. Maybe you bring hands to mat, or you might even walk the hands back behind you, guiding the crown of the head closer to the ground. Lift your kneecaps here. Really lift up to engage the thighs to help you stay anchored. You may sway a little bit. Just use your breath. Stay connected to your core to find your center again. Be aware of your body in space. So you're anchored into the points of your feet. Your arches are slightly lifted when you lift up your kneecaps. You're engaging all of the necessary muscles. But now it's up to you to be aware of where your body is in space. Ideally, your hip and your heel, or hips and heels, are in the same plane. So there is a tendency, and if you need to inhale up to see if you need to come out of the pose, use your breath to do so. I'm going to pivot around sideways so that you can see what I'm talking about. So right here, my hips and my heels are pretty much in the same plane. So what I want us to learn to avoid is pressing all the weight back into the heels where the hips are back behind the heels, or letting the hips pitch forward of the heels. So we're looking for heel-hip alignment so they're in the same plane. All right, so finding whatever works for you to find that. You can practice this pose with a mirror to your side at some point, so you can start to, once you see the alignment, then you can start to feel it in your body, and then you'll come to that place where you don't have to see anymore. You can just feel it. All right, so we're going to inhale, bring the body back up. We pivot around so I am in the same direction as y'all. All right, so from here, inhale up to your flat back. Pivot to your left. All right, so you can adjust the feet as you need to. You have a block on each side of the foot so your shoulders are aligned. Right toes are gently turned out. Left knee over left heel. Use the bandhas. Inhale, hands to the thigh. Stay here or inhale the body all the way up. Maybe the hands meet at heart. Stay there. I'm just going to give myself a little more headroom. Okay. All right. And once again, we're coming back to noticing the points of contact for the feet. So the centers of the heel, under the large toes, or the balls of the feet at the base of the large and pinkies, and then anchoring into the outer edges of the feet. Follow the breaths as they come and go. And if you don't need your gaze open, let it close or first soften it down. So when we take the gaze softened down and or closed, we incorporate more, or we need more of that core engagement to help us stay balanced. Two more breaths. Next inhale, straighten your left knee. Keep the pelvic floor up, the belly scooped, and then exhale to start this extension forward. Remembering the movement comes from the hips, not the waist. Keep the waist long. And then maybe you stay in a flat back with the hands on the thigh. You might slide your hands to your lower leg, onto blocks, or onto the floor. Feel free to step the right foot forward a little bit or a little wider or both, finding the place, the stability that you need, finding that base that works for you. Toes are easy, so we don't want to be gripping through the toes. We just want them to place. All right, maybe we exhale all the way over and connect with breath. Two more breaths. And lift up pelvic floor, scoop up belly, keep the neck long. Inhale, flat back. Turn your left toes in. Walk the hands to the middle of the mat or to that right side of the mat. Pigeon toe your feet. Flat back as you breathe in. Exhale for your fold. Now, with this one, if you want a little different opening through the body, come back to your flat back for a moment. Engage the core. Take the arms behind the back. Interlace the knuckles. Send the knuckles away when you exhale and fold the body over. So this will open into the front of the shoulders a little more. Check in. Make sure you're anchored in your feet adequately. Kneecaps are lifted to engage the quads, to engage the deep core, keep you stable. Use your hands on the mat if you need them. And then check your body in space. See if you can feel that hip and heel alignment. If not, don't beat yourself up over it. Just do the best you can with where you're at right now. But feel the body. And if it doesn't feel comfortable, comfortably uncomfortable maybe, but comfortable, then do what you need to find that place of safety and comfort in your body as you stretch and open. Last couple of breaths. Exhale, the arms come back down. When we take these deep folds, inhale, flat back, and we take the head below the heart, it's the equivalent of an inversion. And this is so much safer, keeping both feet down on the ground than a headstand or a handstand. Flat back here. Heel toe a little bit so that you're more stable in your feet. Use your pelvic floor. Lift up on an inhale. Bring your blocks with you. Turn to face the front of your mat. Step the back foot up. Inhale nice and tall. All right, feet are hip distance apart. You can always check this by taking a fist between your feet, the inner edges of your feet. So it would look like that if you can see that, right? So take that inhale. As you exhale, push your glutes back, pull your knees back, set your blocks down, out of the way. You're in a chair squat here, chair pose. Bring the hands to meet at heart. All right, press into the feet. Inhale, bring the body upright. Take your exhale here. Shift your body weight. I'm going to spin around just so I'm facing you. Spin your body, send your body weight into your right foot. Peel the left heel up. Pelvic floor is up. The right foot might come up. Just challenging our balance here. Whew. Good. Exhale the foot down. Shift. Left heel up. Maybe the left foot. So really pull up that kneecap, engage the quad. Don't let the hip drop out. Pull it in under the body. And exhale down, Tadasana. Extend through the arms. Reach through the crown of your head. All right, so we're going to take this into a little flow. Keep it as gentle and slow as you need. Right? You're in your Tadasana. Inhale tall. Exhale, hands meet as you inch your hips back. Pull the knees back. Slowly inhale up using the bandhas. Stay upright. Shift into the right leg. Pull the left knee off. The foot up. Exhale the left foot down. Ease your hips back. So we're going from chair to one leg Tadasana. Inhale to come up and lift. Exhale to ground and move hips back. Inhale. Your breath might be shorter than mine, so your moves will be a little faster, or you'll need a couple of breaths to make your transitions. The longer and slower the breath, the longer and slower your moves. If you're unsteady on your feet, make sure you're beside a wall. Let it help you stabilize, or grab a counter or a chair or something to help you stabilize. Press into the feet. Inhale up. Exhale down. Let's do one more each side. Finish in that squat, that chair pose. Take a couple of breaths here. Then we'll press into the feet. Use the bandhas as you inhale. Bring the body up, drawing the energy of the earth through your feet, up your legs, pelvic floor, through the spine, out beyond the crown of the head. Ah. Exhale, set your roots. Another breath here. Another exhale. Very nice. Let the arms extend. We'll take 3 breaths in standing Tadasana. Feeling our ground beneath us, our bodies in space. Allowing our hearts to settle, the heart rate come down. Eyes flutter open if they're closed. On an exhale, ease the body down to hands and knees. Good. Come into your tabletop with or without your blocks. Take a moment, just have a neutral spine. And then swing the feet over to one side. Bring your sitting bones down. Good. And we'll take a moment in bound angle. So from here, take a little shift and shimmy. If you need a little prop like a thin blanket or is that blue and green pillow over there, sometimes I'll use that under the edge of my sitting bones. You're not sitting on it as a full cushion. You're just bringing the edge of whatever prop you have right under the edge of the sitting bones. Helps to tilt the pelvis forward, which is our goal. But tilt the pelvis forward, lengthen the spine. Be curious. You can move the heels further. You can bring them in closer. Find what works for you. Use props under the legs as needed. So sometimes our bodies are like, not happening today, and the knees are higher. So bring in a prop so you can actually let the muscles release and the body get a deeper opening, right? Without engagement of the muscles. Inhale nice and tall. Maybe exhale to extend the body forward. And you might use a prop here to bring the floor up to you because we still want our spine to be long. And we're not dumping the back out behind us. We're not bending at the waist. This forward motion is coming from the hip creases. As you're here, the body might open up through the hips, through the inner legs to give you more room. So you might be able to exhale a little further down. The feet come toward one another. They might even touch, but they don't need to be sealed closed. So those inner edges and where the arches are might be splayed open a bit like an open book, and that's exactly what you want to allow. All right. 3 more breaths. Let's make it 2 more. And then we'll slowly inhale back up. Take your time and just feel into your body. Welcome the sensations. And then as you're ready, bring your legs up. Step the feet wide, and wide as you're comfortable with. Bring the hands behind you to stabilize your back. All right, and from here, we're going to lower one leg in, on the other one goes out. Maybe your knee comes to the mat, maybe it doesn't. Just find the range of motion that your body gives you. Inhale up, exhale, other side. Good. Inhale and exhale. One more each side. And come back up. Walk the feet in line with your hips. Take your legs long in front. Take a little shift and wiggle. Pedal out your legs and let them swish side to side. When you're ready, inhale, right knee comes into the chest, and then move the leg a little bit wider. So I'll spin back around so you can see this. Normally, we take the leg right in line with the hip. From here, I'm asking you to step a little bit wider. So you're opening into opening the side of the body up. You're going to keep the knee bent. Inhale, tall. Other leg is nice and long with the ankle flex. So pull those toes in toward your calf. Exhale toward your lifted knee. Another breath here. Inhale forward. Bring the arm inside the leg. Let the arm and leg press into one another. Lengthen the spine as you breathe in. Exhale away. Keep the arm and leg anchored into each other. You can use your hand against the opposite leg. You could have a block here if you need that. Shoulders down. 2 more breaths. Inhale back to the front. Take a moment, and then we will switch sides. So lengthen the leg. Bring the opposite leg in line with the hip first, and then step it out. Inhale tall. Exhale toward the leg. Unless you have reason not to, then you'll take both of your rotations away from the leg. Then we'll inhale back to the front. Exhale. So again, we're bringing that arm and leg into each other to press into each other and take our rotation. Inhale back to the front. Bring the leg in line with the hip. Bend both knees. Slowly roll your body down. Lengthen the back of your neck. Take your pause here for a moment. If you still have a block nearby, go ahead and grab it and just have it nearby. All right. So we'll press into the feet, into the back of the shoulders. Inhale, lift the hips, reaching the hip bones toward the sky, and we will exhale down. Keep the head planted, the neck long. Inhale, press into the feet. Keep the feet parallel and the toes moving forward. Knees and toes travel together. Always, always, always. And exhale down. Extend the tailbone toward the heels. Keep that extended tailbone. Inhale up. Keep reaching the tailbone toward the heels. Drag the heels energetically toward the body and energetically reach the knees a little further away. Really wake up and activate your hamstrings on the glutes. And we will keep a long spine as we exhale down. All right. Inhale, press the hips into the air. Find that energetic engagement of the heels dragging in, the knees reaching away, tailbone reaching, crown is reaching. Another inhale, find another little bit of lift. And then take your block, press it under the hips, under the sacrum, below the hips, actually, not on the hips themselves. Lower your heels if they had lifted. Take a moment in the supported constructive rest. Supported shoulder stand. Couple of more breaths. Then slowly lift one leg into the air and then the other. So we still have head and shoulders down and long. The legs are in the air. Just getting the feet in the air to support the blood flow back to the heart with less effort. A very passive release for the hamstrings. 3 more breaths. And if this feels right for you, you're welcome to hit pause on the recording and linger as long as you would like. And then slowly exhale the feet back down. Press into the feet, lift the hips, remove the block, lengthen the tailbone down. Find that place where you're anchored, grounded, have space for your body. And then make your way into your Shavasana of choice. So traditionally, Shavasana is taken lying on your back with the legs wide, the toes turned out, and the arms wider than the shoulders, palms up. But if that is not a comfortable Shavasana, then there's no point in being there because you're not going to relax, soften, and surrender. So if you need any other accommodations, maybe it's props under the body in some way, like under the legs, under the knees, maybe you need to roll to a side and use bolsters and props there, or maybe you'd rather be on your belly or even in seated. Anything at all that allows you to really be present and soften in your practice. So as you make your way into your Shavasana of choice, I am going to guide you through a very short body scan for today's practice, just allowing you to really come into that place of deep rest so that when you come up, you can be more vibrant in your day and in your body. So, finding your way there, connect with your breath. Feel the body expand as you breathe in. And notice how the body softens and surrenders with your exhales. Notice the ground rise up to hold you and support you. Maybe feel the coolness of the air on your skin or the fabric of your clothing on your skin. Take a moment to notice any sounds around you without labeling or judging. Just notice the sounds. Taste the taste in your mouth. Allow your jaws to soften, spacious, softness in the mouth, tongue down, easy and soft. Taste inside the mouth. Feel your eyes heavy in their sockets. Notice the back of your eyelids. What do your eyes see on the back of your eyelids? Feel the coolness and the warmth of the air as it passes your nostrils. Maybe there's an awareness of a scent. Now feel your whole body in space. Notice your whole being, your physical being, your mental being, emotional being. Check in with your heart. There are no wrong answers to whatever comes up. With your next exhale, release any limiting beliefs around living abundantly, vibrantly, to live without reservation, letting go of anything you don't need here. As you breathe in the vibrancy, the aliveness, the colors, whatever it is you need to really live your life without any reservation. Any given moment we have is an opportunity for us to choose to change how our story ends. Whatever has happened, and we have no control of what will come. But we can choose how we show up in our own story. So may you choose to show up vibrantly and to live with much loving and kindness for yourself and others. As you're ready, gently make your way to your side if you're not there. And slowly make your way up to seated. Just taking your time, being mindful. And then when you're ready, we'll close out our practice. Hands meet at heart. Thank you so much for sharing your day and your energy with me, that we could all live vibrant lives together, truly thriving. Inhale, big sigh. Much loving kindness toward you today. Namaste. Thanks so much. Leave your comments and let me know if you have any questions or needs. And then remember to check the schedule. We have Yin Yoga, we have weighted workouts and cardio and core connection. All of that works together to help us live our most vibrant and thriving lives available to us in our lives. All right, till next time. Oh, and make sure you share us with someone else. Help them to enjoy this vibrant life as well. All right, namaste.